Good morning, Pack 331 families. I hope you guys are having a good Saturday morning. I know many of y'all are out doing other things with activities, baseball, soccer, what have you. We're again sorry that we can't do this in person, but I think we're going to have another great race doing this virtually. We've enjoyed setting this up, and the feedback we got last year was fantastic, so this group is looking forward to it. We're going to get started with those of you who are watching. We'd like for you scouts to stand up. We're going to do the pledge, the oath, and the law, and then we're going to go over some of the rules if you haven't already read the screen, just to make sure everybody understands how this works. So this year we were able to sneak in a couple of the Boy Scouts from across the street, and they're going to be here to help us out, and they're earning some leadership hours by doing this. So something you guys can look forward to as y'all move through your scouting journey. So we have Ryan Knight, Pace, and Pearson Carney, and they're going to help us run cars and do some small things on the side as we move through this process. They're also going to help us lead us in the the pledge, the oath, and the law. So if you'll stand up and put your hand over your heart, and we're going to do the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Very nice. Now we're going to flash up for those of us that struggle. We haven't done it a lot. We haven't gotten together, but we're going to throw the Scout Oath up on the screen for you. So if you'll stand and give the Scout sign, and we're going to do the Scout Oath.
On my honor, I'll do my best to do my duty, to govern my country, and to obey Scout law, to help our people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight.
Fantastic. And we're going to finish up with the Scout Law. So stay standing, signs up. A Scout
is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent.
Awesome. Great job. Go pick up your hot chocolate and your cocoa and your Cheerios. Have a seat and get ready for a show. We're going to take just a couple minutes here. Oh, I forgot. I told you I was going to do something else. So we're going to flash those rules back up on the screen. So it'll be just like in the previous years. We're going to have each car, so each one of you scouts, your car will run in each lane a total of 2 times each, so a total of 8 races. So even if you don't see your car in there every time, it will be run in lanes 1, 2, 3, and 4 twice. All right? So in order to calculate the winners, it is based on the fastest track time. So whichever cars get down the track the fastest, we add up each one of those races, and we come up with a total time. So you'll see some speeds up there, which are fun and good to look at, but it's based on track time. So if you don't win every time, you still might finish first. So keep an eye on that. There is a first through third award that will be given to each den. So if your car is not first every time, you still can cheer each other on, because there are awards for everybody in first through third. After each den wins or runs their races, we will have a pack championship race that will consist of all first place winners. So the first place winner in the Tigers, the Wolf, the Bear, the Webelos, and Arrow of Light will all race at the end and to determine an overall pack championship. There is also going to be an award for the best in show. So you guys that really worked hard and put a lot of effort in it, there's a lot to choose from this year. You guys have really done a great job, and we're super excited about that. But we will award a best in show, and that will come with its own trophy. All right, so sit tight. Let's working out a few bugs here, and we will get this racing started. All right, so we're setting up now for the tiger race. We have 3 tigers this year, so the racing will go pretty fast. That'll be good. If you see something, we have a couple things one thing that's new this year is we have 2 different camera angles. So what you guys are seeing now will be the start of the race. It will flip to see the finish of the race, which you see there. So it'll be a real quick bang, bang flick, and then we will also then flash up, there you go, the results. Now, as you look at that screen, you see that there's something called a bye. Well, every lane has to have a car, or it has to have a bye. So there's only 3. You may see this in some of the other dens. The computer generates the schedules, and if there's an empty lane, there's an empty lane. So don't be too concerned about that. But you can see out of this tiger den that we have in the top right corner, it tells you this is heat 1 of 8. So this group is going to run 8 total races. And if you look down to in the red zone, that just tells you which lanes are going to be coming up next. So that's really more for us than unless you see your name and then you can get excited. But you guys are going to run every race with some buys in there. All right, Tiger Den, you guys get ready. This is Johnny Knight. He's your Cub Master. He's the one that's on the starting line. We got Brian Stowers, your fearless leader, is overseeing this entire project. So if you guys are all ready, we're ready to go racing. So we're going to count it down in 3, 2, 1, go. Wonderful. That was a great, successful run. That was good to see. And we may have to pause for me a second. Sorry, guys, we're having a little bit of a technical difficulty. We thought we had these bugs wiped out, but we'll get it done here in just a second.
Well, good morning, y'all. My name is Brian, and I am the leader for the Tigers, where we're working on the track right this second. So I just wanted to talk about, we've got a very small group this year. We've got Daniel, and we've got Cameron, and we have Beckett that's in our group. And they have worked extremely hard this year. It's a very tight-knit group, and we're hoping that next year that they get some of their friends and family that's their age group to join us, so we can kind of um, grow our group to a little bit larger numbers, and so that way we can do a few more things, make it a little easier for us. But they have worked really hard. We've met with COVID. We've met outside a lot. We've braved the cold weather, and we've worked on a lot of different projects as the year's gone on. Probably as the year has gone on, we probably have. Probably the best thing we've done recently is we went over to the fire department, spent some time with firemen over there, kind of figured out what they did, and saw some cool trucks and hazmat equipment, and it was a lot of fun for our group. No, y'all can't see what we're doing. We are working on the track right now. We have a laser issue going on.
Does it have the dots aren't staying up. Is that necessary? All right, we're going to try this.
So good morning, everybody. My name is Matt Livesey. Myself and Matt Donaghy have been co-managing the Wolf Den this year, and we've got a small group, but it's a very dedicated group, and our attendance has just been excellent this year. They're very consistent, and the boys have put up with having to meet outside and tolerate rain and wind and cold, and we're really proud of everything they've done this year in the den. We've got Wyatt, Nicholas, Ransom, Sawyer, and Dylan. And like I said, they've been a dedicated group, and we really appreciate all the hard work they've done this year, and looking forward to finishing very soon. So if y'all will bear with us a minute, we get this laser issue sorted out, we'll be ready to go racing.
Guys, I'm sorry about this. We had all this fixed last night, and it was running beautifully, and this morning our lasers are acting up, so it's not giving us an accurate speed. So bear with us, take a little break, and we'll be back as soon as we can, and I apologize for the inconvenience.
It's still not making up is the issue here. Every time if it's that loose when you pump it, it's gonna move every time we drop the gate. This thing is way too loose. It needs to be making good contact with this bracket here. So yeah, so it needs to come
So we need
this way. So let me get my lever.
Oh, Chris did that. He put the thing down too far. That's why there's 700 holes under there.
Another thing we would do, you see how this screw's sticking up right here? We gotta make sure we back that screw. That was the one that was making the car jump a little bit. Yeah. That may be just the hole, not the screw. I remember we had that issue last year. I think, yeah, he's got it. Got it back down. It's just the star.
Chris just texted and goes, does the laser thing need to be moved?
Yeah.
Thanks, Chris.
It's your fault, Ken. You said it was over 4 minutes.
I didn't want y'all to have to go do yard work. I wanted to take up as much time as I possibly could for y'all. The pain and sensitive once it sets. I'm about to head that way.
Chris?
Yeah. Well, but then we can all ridicule him and we'll put the camera on him and say this is his fault.
The seat of shame?
Yeah.
Here, can you hold the button so we can? That's where it needs to be.
What do I need to do to help you?
Just keep holding it. On the hole.
Ladies and gentlemen, we really do appreciate your patience. Old track, finicky, laser beam, and not a whole lot of IT guys here, but we got it fixed. We think we got it. We ran a couple tests, so we feel comfortable. So no races have been run officially in the Tiger Den, so this is going to be heat 1 of 8. So we are going to go racing again for the first time in 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, come on, fingers crossed that this is going to work out, and some results are going to flash up on the screen. So it took a second for that to do, so we threw you guys offline. But there's the results from the first heat. So we got Beckett, and then Cameron, then Daniel. So we're going to get ready. They're lining them up, getting them in the track positions that they need for this next heat. So there's your track lanes and positions, with Daniel being in lane 1, Cameron in lane 2, an open in 3, and Beckett's going to take his position in lane 4. Again, we have our Boy Scouts from across the street helping, doing some leadership things, understand what it takes, and sacrificing some of their personal time on a weekend to come in here and help us out, which we're always thankful for. Teaches them a little bit of what it takes to put these things on, from behind the scenes to live and in person, so we really do appreciate that. All right, everything's pointing to we are good to go for heat 2, so we're going to go racing in 3, 2, 1, go! Beckett's running a pretty fast car today. You're going to see a lot of these track records come up, and they should probably happen for most dens. I think we wiped out a lot of the track records from previous years because the data gets old and corrupted. So anyway, it's kind of fun to see those things pop up on there as having records, and they may stay there. We'll try to keep these fresh and new moving forward. So if you win those awards and you get a track record, it's even more impressive and fun. All right, everything is pointing for ready to go racing, so we're going to go in 3, 2, 1, go. Get it, son. The other thing we look for in these races is you start to try to pay attention to see if there's one lane's faster than the other. That's one reason why we run each car in every lane a couple times. Inevitably, there's always one lane that might be a little bit slower than others for some reason. We have no idea why, but that's the way it does, and it keeps everything on the level. It's taken us just a few minutes to get these cars placed in the bracket and sent back down to the start of the race with just being 3. The bigger the den, the more cars, and those on-deck races usually get set up, and we can move them a little bit faster. But we're not about moving these races up too fast. We like to see fast cars, but we want you guys to enjoy watching them race. Side-by-side racing, everybody's beside each other. We're going to go racing in 3, 2, 1, go! So we see Beckett's finishing first again there, Daniel and Cameron following in suit. Hope you guys have enjoyed the process of building these cars. You know, it's fun to see them race, and we always want to be in first place, but it is fun to get out there and see what you can do and create out of a simple block of wood, and adding some nails as axles and putting some tires on there, and then watching them run down the racetrack. So I'm proud of you guys for getting out there, you parents, working with your scouts. That's the important thing, is time spent with our scouts, building those relationships that'll take us through the hard times and life in general, and just remember the fun stuff that we had. Times had together. I even had some of my boys getting all their old derby cars out and running them on the ground, trying to see whose car was faster. So even though the races were long since run, they were still having a fun time remembering us building these cars and why they came up with the designs they did. All right, we are racing again in 3, 2, 1, go! So that was heat 5 of 8. So we have 3 more races to go for this group, and then we will jump straight into the Wolf Den. How many Wolf cars we racing this year, boys? We got 4. So we're going to go from 3 to 4. And I'm going to take this time, too, to champion what some of the other leaders have said. You know, it's been a tough year. Proud of everybody and the families for sticking with us. It's been difficult. Haven't been able to get as much enthusiasm and recruit some new scouts, but we certainly hope your scouts have enjoyed it, and you can recommend it to their friends and families, that there's something positive that comes out of this, and that we can build our pack up to a few more scouts. We don't want to be the biggest. We do want to be the best, and we try our best as leaders to put on a good program, and this is one of the highlights, and hopefully we can get back camping next year as well. I know that's a big bummer that we didn't get to do. But enough about that. We're going to go racing again in this Tiger Den, heat 6 of 8, in 3, 2, 1, go! Not that y'all need to see me, but on the table you do see that we have some of the trophies laid out. So these are some of the ones. They're not all of them. So like I said, there'll be a first, second, and third place for each den, plus overall pack championship and a best in show. So some hardware to be playing for right now. All right, we're going heat 7 of 8. So the second to the last race for the Tigers in 3, 2, 1, go! nice little point about this group of tigers is each one of these scouts actually has an older scout in the program, either have already crossed over into being a Boy Scout or, well, I think all of them have. All of them are across the street now with the Troop 331, so these are legacy scouts. They have brothers that have gone through the program and have continued with the program, so it's always good to see that happen. Always a challenge to keep them interested, but always a positive. So families sticking with scouting, they see the benefit of the program and teaching them about citizenship and their place in the community and how we can actually impact our communities in positive ways and work together, which is always important. All right, so we're in the final heat of the Tiger Den for 2021 Pinewood Derby, and we're going to go racing, Johnny, in 3, 2, 1, go! So we are going to do the reveal on the Tigers here in a second. So this is the audience display, and we're going to start with our third place finisher for the Tiger Den, Daniel Lampkin. Second place, Cameron Jellick. And our Tiger Den winner for this year is Beckett Stowers, and his average speed of 204.9. Really high. That's high end for a Tiger, first year car builder. So that's impressive. Good job. Proud of you guys. All right. So we're going to go back to a hold screen as we get ready to run the Wolf Den. All right, so these guys are faster than I am. These guys are learning the trade and getting these computer schedules generated. So we got the Wolf Den. Again, we have 4 cars, so I think every lane will be filled with this. We also have 8 races for this one as well, or 8 heats to finish out for this den. Matt, you ready to go? You ready to see your boys run? All right, Matt's ready. The den leader says let's go racing. So, Johnny, we're going to go in 3, 2, 1, go. We had one that had a little axle problem. So, again, a good time to let you guys know that when these cars get turned in and we check them in, we do the best we can. Things happen when they go racing, obviously. So we will do a quick maintenance on this car and see if we can't help it along so the axle gets back in place. We'll continue to do this as long as it doesn't create a problem with the racing or doesn't potentially damage any of the other racers. We're going to try to do this, so give us a skinny minute to try to do a little pit work here. All right, the pit crew is giving it a passing grade, so we're going to give it a shot again, put a little super glue, let it dry so it didn't stick on our tracks, of course. And we are going to give it a go. Johnny gives me the thumbs up that everybody's ready to go. Track set. So we're going to do heat 2 in 3, 2, 1, go. Let me ask you a question. So what made you decide to stay with Scouts, to go from Cub Scouts to Boy Scouts?
Is this live?
Yes.
Um,
What's your favorite thing about scouting?
being with my friends.
Yeah, learning new stuff. What about camping? You enjoy that camping?
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
it's good stuff, right? Nothing like being put on the spot. That's how you get the real answers, folks. That's how you get the real answers. All right, here we go. We're going to go racing in 3, 2, 1, go. Competitive group here in this wolf den, throwing up some pretty nice speeds. Competitive, 212 down to 192. Again, keep your eyes on those lanes. Some are faster than others, so just because you finish in third or second this time or fourth, you might finish in second next time, first even. That's cool. Again, once again, talking into a dead mic. Wasted all my good banter on. Huh? Are you talking to me? Do you want to talk to me? I'm just kidding. You did good. That wasn't live, so you had the chance to rehearse that. So what's your favorite thing about scouting?
Being with my friends and camping.
What about all the learning?
That too.
Y'all are working on first responder stuff, correct?
Yes, sir.
Oh, well, I'm doing an interview over here, guys. Sorry, man. Slow down. I'm just kidding. Yeah, it's all about the racing today, boys. Here we go. We're going to go racing in 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, look at there. We're getting it. Wyatt, man, everybody's consistent. That's the fun thing. You kind of see where your car does run. Kind of runs a consistent speed a lot of times. So, but that's tight. 209, 206. Look at those tight. Look at the time, though. Always the speeds are fun, but if you look at the time, it shows you how close these cars are really finishing. We had a different car have an axle issue, so we're just trying to get that fixed, and so we can get back to racing. So just bear with us a moment longer. Looking like the track too tough to tame today. We got cars jumping, wheels and axles blowing out. It's never a dull moment at the PAC 331 Pinewood Derby. These are the things that happen any and every year. So this is where you learn patience and positive attitude, and just remember about the fun, and what we're here to do is just have a good time and see what our creations can do. Johnny's putting the final touches, making sure we're all lined up, ready to go. Cars are in good position. I get the thumbs up. So let's go racing, Johnny, in 3, 2, 1, go. We're coming down to the final 3 races. Ryan Knight. So you've been in the Boy Scout troop you went across the street. This is your 2nd year?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah. So what's your favorite thing about staying in scouting?
It's cool to hang out with other people that, without scouting, I wouldn't know, 5 of my friends.
Okay, cool. So we've made new friendships outside of what we would normally have just in school, because a lot of these scouts do come from different schools in different areas. Mount Hebron's scouting legacy has been pretty good and drawing from a lot of different schools. So another good reason to stay in scouting is just the meeting of new people, whether it be in your actual troop and dens, if you're a Boy Scout or Cub Scout, but also on these scouting adventures when they go to Barstow or other summer camps, other adventures, they get to meet and hang out with new people. So Johnny's giving me the thumbs up, says we're ready to go racing. So let's go in 3, 2, 1, go. All right. What heat are we coming up on, gentlemen? Is this 7 out of 8? All right, so heat 7 out of 8. So we got 2 races left in the Wolf Den. Doing our final check. Johnny says, let's go racing. So let's do that in 3, 2, 1, go. Coming up on the last race for this year in the Wolf Den. Really and truly, these leaders have done a really great job of putting together these meetings. And again, you parents getting your scouts there in the cold and maybe you don't feel like it, but if nothing else, they've had a lot of time outdoors, which is really probably more important. I think all of us leaders have agreed that the lessons that we're trying to teach out of the book are important, but we all see at the end they love that extra 10, 15 minutes of time together where they can just be kids and run around and be silly and get out some of that energy. So, community and being together is probably the most important thing that I think we may provide in the end for these scouts. Wow, okay. Got a little background. Johnny says we're good, so this is our last race. So get up close to those TV screens or whatever application you're watching it on, and let's go racing in 3, 2, 1, go. Ransom waits to the last run to get his track record. Good stuff. Way to go out on top on that one. So we're going to flash to a hold screen, and we're going to do the big reveal for the first place, second place, third place Wolves. So Will says we're ready to do our reveal. So let's see, I guess it'll do all the places. Let's see who reveals on this one. Go ahead. All right, 4th place, Sawyer. 3rd place, Wyatt. 2nd place, Nicholas. And the Wolf Den winner this year, Ransom, with an average speed of 212.05. Congratulations, Ransom. All right, we're going to flip that screen, and we're going to get ready for the next den, the Bears. Change out our flag. Let you know who's racing. How many Bears we have this year? 4 again. So we're also having the same number of 8 race heats to determine who is going to finish on top of that division. All right, so these guys are ahead of the pace, so we are ready for the Bear Den. Matt, can you flip the screen up so we know who's racing this first race? All right, so here we go. We got Benji in lane 1, Chase in lane 2, Dylan in lane 3, and Jace in lane 4. Johnny, you ready? All right, he says they're ready to roll. They're humming up there. Engines are humming. So let's go racing in 3, 2, 1, go. Look at there, Benji. New track record. Always fun to see those things pop up there. Hey, but that's 2:14. I think that's the fastest we've seen. Chase at 2:10, 2:04, and 1:63. Some fast cars as these boys are getting up in age. They're learning from their previous years, and their cars are getting faster. Johnny gives me the thumbs up, says we're ready to go for heat number 2 in 3, 2, 1, go. Fast cars. I'm beginning to believe that lane 1 is our fastest lane. I've been trying to track that on my own. Why don't y'all tell me at home which one y'all think is the fastest? Raise your hand if you think it's lane 1. What if you think it's lane 2? Lane 3? How many think it's lane 4? How many of y'all think I can see what you just did? Johnny's got them ready to go racing. Let's keep this thing moving. In 3, 2, 1, go. You know, one of my favorite things, those are some really fast times up there. It's good stuff. One of my favorite things to do is when we listen to side talking here, you hear these dads, they start debating on where you put the weight. How much graphite do you use? What's the best car design? What I take away from this is just as much about dads and grandparents and stuff, just remembering what it's like to be a kid and having fun with this. The competition's great, but always something to talk about, something to spend time, again, with our scouts and our children to build those bonds, and it never seems to leave even as we get older. It's kind of fun. Sit here and have racing and talk about what techniques and tactics work best or what we think's worked in the past. Still my favorite, though, is to see what these crazy designs look like. These shark fins, and we got one coming up that's just, well, I don't even want to let it go because we did. Ransom's guitar. And we got the money machine back here with its pennies on it. And we got one that, what was that, a Mandalorian? Is that what you said that Beckett wanted to do? So getting those inspirations from the TV shows or the books we read or the movies we watch and turning those into derby cars. We're going racing here. Let's see. We are going on, all right, this is heat 4 of 8, so we're right there. This is the midway point. And 3, 2, 1, go. Right one there. Look at there, lane 1. I'm telling you, I think lane 1's the fastest lane we got. All right, we got the thumbs up. We're going to go racing. All right, here we go in 3, 2, 1, go. There you go. New track record for Benji, 2:14. Just clipped his last one in lane 1. If I could get my kid's card around in lane 1 the whole time. Ryan, I think we might be on to something here. Think you can make that happen? Probably not, because that's not part of the scout. Not honest, is it? All right, 6 of 8. So we got 3 races left for this bear den. All right, again, I'm going to, by a show of hands, raise your hand if you're having fun. Attaboy. Johnny raised his hand. He was paying attention. All right, we're good to go. We're going to go race in 3, 2, 1, go. All those other cars are trying to stay out in front of that shark attack. They see that fin coming. It's like Jaws. All right, Johnny says we're good. So we got 2 races left. In 3, 2, 1, go. Shark attack. Good deal. They're still moving. Everybody's moving on down the track. One more race to go for this bear den. Benji looks like he's running a pretty consistent 210, 212 average there. It's a fast car. Already thinking about to the PAC championship race, how these guys are going to fare. Get your popcorn ready. Or Pop-Tart. It's probably a little too early for you guys in popcorn. Unless you're at our house and everything's above board. Got the background music, pump us up, get ready for this final run. All right, the final heat race for the Bear Den at 2021 PAC Pinewood Derby in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, Benji. Whoa, Benji. Set you a new track record on the last one. You go, boy. All right, nothing like getting faster as we race. All right, we're going to pause it, throw the screen, and we're going to do the reveal and go from there. think, Matt, I think we're ready for the reveal. So the big reveal for the Bear Den. In fourth place, Jace Myers. Third place, Dylan Peak. Chase Mean in second. And the top place finisher for the Bear Den, Benji Knight, with that average speed of 2:13. It's a fast time, 18.5 seconds cumulative to get down the track in all of his races. Congratulations, Benji. All right, we're going to flip the script, and we're going to move on to the Webelos 1 and get this group going. I believe we have 7 racers in this, so this is going to be really neat because that means there will probably be, I don't know, 12, 13. How many races are we going to have with heats we going to have with this one? We'll have 14 heats, so almost double what we've done. But we'll have cars, and we should be able to run these things pretty quick up and down. We're going to get these Boy Scouts that have been walking a little bit slower, waiting on us to set the racers. We'll be able to do this a little bit different. So these are our 4th-year scouts. We've done a pretty good job. I've been their leader since their introduction into scouts as their first grade year, freshman year. It's been a challenge as these boys all get older and interests change. They join sports and other activities outside of school, and could be church related or some other kind of activities, so harder to keep them consistent, but they've done a great job. We have a great group of parents, and we love these scouts. They all get along. It's been just a joy to have them as they've grown. Seeing some old pictures always reminds you how tiny they were, so we should be getting to see them get more and more involved in their Pinewood Derby cars and how they like them to look and run. Johnny's giving me the head nod that he's ready to roll. So this is going to be the first run for the Webelos 1 Den. In 3, 2, 1, go. So we're going to have you have to keep all this stuff straight since we have more scouts. You're not going to just see the same names, but Jamie coming in with a nice 209. Those are some tight races. So, again, you're not going to see your name up on the board every time in this den, or you scouts that we're used to seeing that. So some of them will run back-to-back races. Some of them you won't see for a race or two, but they'll all get their 2 races per lane in. So you got to keep up with your own car or your favorite car or who's doing what. Just because they win this heat doesn't mean that they'll win the next heat. That's what keeps it interesting, the more racers and cars you have that participate in the race. All right, so we're ready to go for Heat 2 of 14 for the Webelos. In 3, 2, 1, go. Hey. Jackson Bailey. Whoa, Jackson Bailey with a 2:16. It's the fastest average miles per hour we've seen thus far. Got Jennings coming in second, Aaron, and Jonah. Jonah's one of our newer scouts. He joined us last year as a bear, jumped in, both feet, did a great job, was super excited about his first Pinewood Derby last year, and then they had an accident. I can't remember the exact story. I think he was just holding it or messing with it a little bit, and it tumbled, and it broke the axle, and they could not repair it. So this is his first Pinewood Derby experience. So glad he was able to get his car and check it in so he could race with it this year. So thank you, Jonah, for sticking with it, and Mom and Dad. It's just fun to see your creations come to life and, get through the finish line. So always something to be happy and proud about when you get these things done. Ready to go in 3, 2, 1, go. Tight race. Fun thing about Derby races, too, is you see some that are all about speed and some are about design. Sometimes those things don't always match up very well, but it's still fun to see these designs go down the track with their colors and wherever these scouts draw their inspiration. And hopefully by this point that they are becoming more and more involved with the process from start to finish. As tigers, they're just too young and it's too dangerous to have big power tools and their little tiny fingers getting in the way. But as they get older, hopefully they're more and more a part of the process so they can be proud of what they've done. Still need that assistance and time spent with the adults, the trusted adults that are in our lives, but we want them to be more and more independent and be able to express themselves in their designs, understand how these things work. You'll see these wedge cars seem to be the ones that, as they get older, become more and more the design choice. Johnny says we're ready to race. Let's go in 3, 2, 1, go. Because that tank is super cool, and though it might not be the fastest, it's spending quality time on the track, and everybody gets to watch it. Gets to see your tank make its trek from start to finish. It's a really cool design. All right, so Johnny's putting the final. Oh, he's ready to go. He's getting this nailed down. So we're ready to race in 3, 2, 1, go. So sorry for the delay, but it's really random when you see somebody just derail off the track and the car actually check out with no damage to the wheels, axles, weight displacement, or something like that. So we took the time and we've gone back and we're looking at the track, and track crew has found a connection point that has either backed itself out or is a loose connection of some sort that is going to be deemed the culprit as to why that car randomly jumped the track right there. So we are going to rerun. This constitutes or falls within the parameters of a rerun of the heat due to the fact that it's not the car's issue. There you go. If you, we have instant replay for Pinewood Derbies. Wow, what is this world coming to? Will it know no end? We've sent that to the official BSA. They've deemed it a track issue, so it has constituted a rerun. All decisions by that corporate division is final. Did you already hit rerun on this thing? Yeah, that's the Heat 5. We're rerunning Heat 5, so we're just taking a second to get those cars back in order so we can rerun that heat. Whew. It's never a dull moment when it comes to Pinewood Derby racing. In a lot of racing over the years. So it's probably goes without saying that it's probably seen some better days and maybe some track repairs that will be done over the summer. All right, Johnny says we're good to go. So we're going to rerun this race in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, and there are your results. Jackson Bailey, Jamie Stone, Titus, and Jonah. All right, Johnny having a quiet word with his son. So we're ready to go racing in 3, 2, 1, go. There we go. Whoa. Lane 2 looks like it's peaked up a little bit. Jennings increased his speed on that one. Still got Jackson, Jennings, Titus, and Aaron. Those 4 have been with us since the beginning. Those are 4. 2 of the other ones, Hayden and Jamie, have been with us and picked up Jonah, like I said, last year. Hopefully we can pick up some more, and these guys can talk it up, and we can keep it fun for them as they move forward. Having been with them since the beginning, I've seen them have a lot of growth and a lot of development over the years. This just happens naturally, not because of anything we've done, but it's nice to see them grow up and become more responsible, and parents smile. One of the biggest compliments that we get are from the school teachers. They oftentimes tell me as they see me in the halls and parent-teacher conferences and things like that, that virtually every scout that comes through, they can tell who is a scout or who's participating because their behavior is a lot better and respectful. And I think that puts them ahead of the curve and is a good thing and a good representation of what the program provides. Johnny says we're ready to go racing and stop talking, so here we go. In 3, 2, 1, go. And lanes 1, 2, and 3 finishing in 1, 2, and 3 place. You don't see that every day. Just today. It's live. It's on, so you just don't say anything you don't want your mom to hear you say. And who's your favorite wrestler?
John Cena.
Sir. All right, so hold on. Let me ask you a question. Hold that up. So you're running a car in the open race, open division, right? You've submitted a car?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So it's one that you built when you were a Cub Scout?
Yes, sir.
And what's the name of it?
John Cena.
Yes, sir. Did it win? Was it a fast car?
Yes, sir.
Fantastic. All right. Johnny says he's ready. So if you'll count him down, 3, 2, 1, that'd be great.
3, 2, 1, go.
Thank you, sir. Leadership. Jamie pulling one out. That was a good race for Jamie. Oh, nice consistent times as we all see. Some of these cars actually get faster as they race and knock off some of that extra graphite that their dads put on this morning before breakfast. Overnight, soaked them in graphite. Asking Pace to do that on the spot shows confidence as these boys get older. It's always fun. Good kids. We'll get Ryan to do it here in a minute. I know he's super excited about it. Ryan has taken on a leadership role, though. He's the, is it the den chief, Johnny? He's the den chief for his younger brother's bear den. So what that means is he spends his time going over and helping lead the bear den in some of their units. So he's, again, sacrificing some of his personal time to give back and help the bears learn some of those things. And it's always fun because the kids do respond when they see one of their peers do it as opposed to an adult. So Johnny says, let's go. So in 3, 2, 1, go. That's a tight race. Check the screen. Ooh, Jennings and Jamie neck and neck right there, boys. They've been going at it for 4 years now. Always chasing Jackson, though. So Brian Stowers is the leader of the Tiger Den. You have a scout that's across the street, correct?
That's correct.
What year is he, or what level?
He is a star.
And how does that rank in order of getting towards Eagle? So if the Eagle's the highest.
He's about a year and a half from being an Eagle.
Got you. Is he enjoying his scouting adventure?
It's been a challenge for him during COVID. It definitely has been, but he definitely enjoys going camping. So
it sounds like to me that more camping is what we all need. More time outdoors camping. Johnny agrees. He enjoys that himself. All right, we're ready to go racing. In 3, 2, 1, go. Woo! That might be the tightest one. Y'all better check the scoreboard. Lang, look at that, boys. 210, 210, 209. Those are tight races. 4 years, they've finally done their homework and figured out how to get competitive here. The reveal is going to be interesting. Raise your hand if you think you know who's going to win this, who's going to finish on top of this division, who's going to be in second. If you yell louder at the TV, I can hear you. Who's third place? I should give the, who is that? The Hulk Hogan. All right, we're ready to go. In 3, 2, 1, go. Just so you guys will know what that is, it's the starter is held down under tension with a rubber band. So over time, as we race, eventually they pop. So we're just replacing the rubber band and making sure we have the right tension, so the starters go down properly. Johnny's ready after the rubber band change, and we're going to go racing in 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, much smoother. Ooh, another tight one. Ooh, Titus edging out on Jennings there. Having these Boy Scouts here really does work, and the reason it works for us is because they're able to get down there and pick these cars up off the track and get them to us so we can get them ready for the next race. Our backs aren't what they used to be, are they, Johnny? You know, a big shout out does need to go to Johnny. He never wants to hear anything about himself, but, you know, he does wear two hats. He's the Cub Master over here and has been for quite a number of years now, but he also leads his older son Ryan's patrol as an assistant scoutmaster across the street. So if you ever run across Johnny and, you know, you go to thank him, which we all should, and he looks exhausted, there's a reason why. He is spending a lot more time camping once a month and everything else and juggling everything. So he does a really great job at pulling and holding all this together. All right, he says it's time to go racing. So let's do that in 3, 2, 1, go. Jackson, Jamie, Titus, and Aaron. One more heat to finish up this group. So 14 races, and then we'll move on to the era of light. We're on heat 14 of 14 for the Webelow 1 Den. Final race in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, we are going to, sorry, gentlemen. We are going to contabulate and do some abacus work and figure out who and where everybody finishes in the Webelow's Den. So we have those from, who did we certify these through, Matt? Burkett and Burkett, our local accounting firm here. Just kidding, shameless plug for somebody, it's not me. But anyway, they've certified these results is my point, and we're going to reveal the top 7 finishers for this den. Number 7, Jonah with his sweet-looking tank. Aaron. Hayden, Titus, 3rd place finisher, Jennings, 2nd place, Jamie Stone, and in 1st place, Jackson Bailey. Congratulations, Jackson. That's year 2 in a row for him there, Dad? All right, one thing I want to, don't take that screen down, gentlemen. I want y'all to notice something. Look how close that race was between 3rd and 4th place. And remember, you can look at the speed, it'll give you an idea, but also that time. Look how close that time was between Titus and Jennings. That's how close the difference is sometimes between placements and those kind of things. So if we were to run those cars, we could watch that all day, and Titus and Jennings would be neck and neck and share a victory. One would win and the other finish second. That was good stuff. That's what Pinewood Derby and the racing is all about. So congratulations to everybody on a successful Webelow's 1 Pinewood Derby this year. All right, we're going to set up for the next den, which will be our Era of Light, also known as Webelow's 2. So we are got these around. These are our Arrow of Light scouts. So we have how many gentlemen? Did y'all say 6? We have 6 in this den. So we have again 14 heats. We will see some lane assignments, just so we can get through it. So not a big deal, but just so y'all are aware. One thing I want to give a shout out to this Arrow of Light den, because they were challenged. Their leadership with Lucas Shoup and Bill McPherson were challenged a couple years ago to get their boys to finish up around the February mark of their last year. So this past February in their 5th grade level to finish up. And the reason being one of the bigger components of Boy Scouts is summer camp. It's one of the big things that they do where they really get indoctrinated into what scouting life looks like and can be and should be. They earn some merit badges and some rank advancements, and these guys really put it to it during these difficult times, and their boys have all, in essence, graduated from Cub Scouts, and they are now all officially enrolled into Boy Scouts, or those that have chosen to continue with their scouting career. So they did us a really big favor and themselves, but they all built cars. These guys all built cars, even though they're not officially with the Cub Scout pack anymore. So I'm really happy and proud of them, and they deserve this because Pinewood Derby, like I said, is one of the big components of scouting, and at least here at Pack 331. So all that being said, Johnny says, let's go racing, and I agree with him. So let's do it in 3, 2, 1, go. Hey, those are 3 close finishers there. Looks like good stuff. Tight races. That should be the way it runs throughout the whole thing, so keep your eyes on those guys. Again, getting across the street, and the reason we ask for that, and for you younger scouts that are still participating and watching, and parents, is we want them to get across the street early so they know what Boy Scout life and troop work looks like. So they are much more familiar, much more comfortable, confident, know some of the other scouts and the leaders, and it's really the first opportunity for many of these scouts to do things on their own. Parent participation diminishes by design, and the Boy Scouts is a boy-led concept as opposed to Cub Scout, where you have adult leadership that pulls everything together. So they start to learn how they work together and work through situations and compromise and making things happen through leadership and different rank and positions within the patrol. So really, again, super happy with this. My group and the Webelos 1 are now challenged with the same concept of trying to get through, and so they can continue on with their scouting career. All right, let's go racing. Johnny says he's good to go. In 3, 2, 1, go. Fin. That's the second shark fin we've seen. Mr. McPherson has gotten it going. Johnny says he's got them marked and ready to go. And let's go racing in 3, 2, 1, go. Ooh. Who's that, number 23? Ooh, Ben. Ben's got him a fast little car there, 208.75. Out of lane 4, that's good. I still hold that lane 1 is the fastest lane. All right, let's go racing, Johnny, in 3, 2, 1, go. Ooh, that's tight. Cade Baser showing up, pushing Ben to get to 212. All right, Johnny's ready to go. Here we go in 3, 2, 1, go. Cade Baser taking advantage of that lane 1 position. Everybody's finishing well. Everybody's doing well this go round. Proud of all these cars and all den levels. All right, Johnny says we're good to go in 3, 2, 1, go. Who we got? John racing at 210, Cade, Noah, Matthew. All good representation. Heat 6 of 14, so we're getting about to next race will be halfway for this den. I want to be able to give a shout out to Mount Hebron United Methodist Church and United Methodist Men who make all of this possible for this pack and the troop. They're the ones, the United Methodist Men are the ones that are the sponsors for the scouting activities, and then, of course, association with the church that afford us the ability to use the facilities when possible. So this wonderful New Life Family Center has made this event fantastic, and a lot of with the audio and the visual and being able to do this virtually is just top notch. So Johnny says, let's go. And I agree. In 3, 2, 1, go. I knew that when I saw. I looked down at the things. Hold that screen up there if y'all. Oh, we blipped. Where'd we go, Will? That was pretty cool. Hopefully you guys saw that. We'll get it back up there so we can show you. But that was a dead heat. That hadn't happened. Last time I remember that happening, ironically, was when my twin boys tied a few years back. But we'll see if we can show that back so you can see if we can get that display. Give us just a sec. So, yeah, we found it. So, look at there. You got a dead heat between John and Ben. So, pretty darn cool right there when they race that tight. So, that's fun stuff. All right. Now we can move on to the next one. See if we can do that again. See if we can match dead heats. All right, let's go racing in 3, 2, 1, go. Ooh, that's going to be tight. It's not going to be a dead heat, but that's pretty close. Pretty close. All right, we're 4 across. Every lane's covered. Let's go racing. In 3, 2, 1, go. Whoo, that's tight. That's tight. Those two are going to battle it out to the end, there's no doubt. All right, 3 of the 4 lanes covered. Let's go racing in 3, 2, 1, go. It's going to be an interesting reveal whenever we get all the racing done. It's going to be some good, tight scores. So what's your favorite subject in school?
Science.
Science. Which part of science? Like animal science or what?
I don't really know. Right now we're learning about atoms.
Okay, so atoms, particles, molecules, that kind of stuff. What are you going to do with that science knowledge?
I have no clue.
I don't expect you to have an answer necessarily. Didn't know if you already knew that you wanted to be a scientist or a doctor, invent the cure for cancer. How about just the cure for COVID? That would be a great start. 6th grader solves COVID mystery. All right, we're going to go racing in 3, 2, 1, go. I like that American flag car. Who's that? Jellic. Sweet. Little sniffle, sniffle. Only 3 more races for this Era of Light Den to kind of officially complete their run in the Cub Scout and Pack 331 family. Been a long 5 years. Hard to believe that they were Tigers at one time, to see them all grown up, see a lot of them at baseball fields and around at different events. Certainly always proud of anybody who joins Scouts, and always remind your Scouts and younger ones that Scouts always open. So always join at any time. Don't have to start at the beginning. Find your place and when you're comfortable, and come on and join the fun. All right, let's go racing in 3, 2, 1, go. John and Ben battling to the end. Battling, battling, battling. That gives me the thumbs up. Let's go racing in 3, 2, 1, go. Woo! Noah, attaboy. That was a tight one. That was a tight one, cool too. You know, oftentimes people we ask what everybody likes about certain parts of Scouts, and camping always comes up, and friends. Just got a video from my oldest Scout, who he's an 8th grader, star, trying to get his life. And he's up at Barstow this weekend with the older Scouts. So he's 14, doing the shooting sports weekend. So somebody sent me a video of him doing some of his shooting. So another reason to stay in it is the opportunities to maybe do some things that you don't normally have access to under supervision and getting the training that you need. So he and some of his buds from Troop 331 are up there this weekend, enjoying not only the camping aspect, but everything Barstow has to offer and the shooting sports this time around. So always things to look forward to outside of just your normal troop meetings and troop campouts. There's always something going on at Barstow typically that we all have access to. So is this the final race, gentlemen? All right, this is the final race of the den for AOL and all the dens, and then we'll have the pack championship afterwards. But this is about this final race, and we're going to do it in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, there you have it. Final race, final heat for the Arrow of Lights. We will pause the screen and we will send our certified results or get our certified. All right, Matt, so if you can throw my screen up, and Will is going to do our reveal for the Webelos 2 Arrow of Light Den. Anytime you're ready, Will. Matthew Jellick in 6th. Noah Myers. Logan Peak in our top 3. Cade Baser in 3rd place. Ooh, John comes in 2nd. Let's see how tight this race was. 1st place. And Ben got some tighter, faster scores in there than I must have seen, but those are fun. Those are good races. Congratulations, gentlemen, for everything, all your accomplishments through your Cub Scouting career, and to finish up with your Pinewood Derby. We're taking a few pictures. We will enter our open, or not our open, but our pack championship. So each of the top finishers in each den, and we will run those races and come up with an overall first place winner and see where that takes us. Give us just a few minutes. Got everything set up. We've taken a few photos, snap photos, so you can tell. So the winner from the Tiger Den was Beckett Stowers. So that's the car you see on your screen. The Wolf representative, Ransom Lifsey. Right? Yeah, here we go. That's right. So we got the Guitar Hero there. Then for the Bears, we've got Benji Knight. And from the Webelos, we've got Jackson Bailey. And for the Arrow of Light, Ben Chatton. There'll be a quiz at the end of this at home, so get your pencil and paper ready. We'll question you on that. So now we've got these things ready to go, so we're going to reorganize our cars and get ready to race. We have 10 heats for this one. So again, same rules apply. Each car will run in each lane 2 times. So we'll run a total of 10 races to come up with an overall pack champion. Championship 2021 is ready to go for our first race in 3, 2, 1, go. We're going to rerun, hit a. Yeah, I think, it didn't get quite down, so we have a foul. We're going to rerun that. We didn't get that start clean, so nobody's injured, nobody hurt. Nothing. All right, we're ready to go. That's okay. Everybody's good. Working together on this. In 3, 2, 1, go. There we go. First heat in the books. Still, that lane 1, I think, is where you got to make your money right there. Get that speed up. All right, Johnny says we're good for heat 2 in 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, that's tight, boys. That's a great race right there. Look at that. Woo! Boogity, boogity, boogity. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1, go. Jackson Bailey finishing strong. That car has run consistent today. All these cars have. That's why they got here, running consistent. Ooh, in 3, 2, 1, go. That's tight, boys. Yee! Jackson and Benji banging heads here. That's 4 out of 10. So next race will put us halfway through. Whoa, 417. 217. Halfway through, this is 5 out of 10. In 3, 2, 1, go. $217. Well, that looks like a spitting image of the last one. As a reminder, we moved this race back a little bit further in the year for a couple of different reasons, but one of the primary ones was the district Pinewood Derby. Don't hold me to it. You can find it on the Indian Waters Council calendar, but I want to say it's the 22nd of May. So the idea is that you don't have to hang on to your cars. Your kids like to play with them, but all den winners, so a tiger, wolf, bear, webelos, arrow of light, all den winners are allowed to enter their cars into the district race. So if it's something that you feel that you want to do, have that experience, typically in our council, it's just been run right off of Coily Mill Road the last few years. But that's something that we can register your Scout's car for, and you can go and take it and then race it against the other pack winners from in the area. So it's another reason to see what you do and enjoy the fellowship that is the Pinewood Derby. So let's go racing here in 3, 2, 1, go. That's a dead heat, gentlemen. Whoo! Dead heat. That's impressive stuff right there. So if you do any of the 5 that are here racing for this pack championship, if you're interested in entering your car, reach out to either your den leader or myself and let us know, just so we can get your cars registered. You'll do it on your own as far as taking the car. They'll go through the same check-in process or a similar one, make sure it passes inspection to their standards, which are very similar to ours as far as track clearance and things like that. It's a nice experience. They do have really fast cars there, so some eye-popping ones, and they run on different tracks. So not everything's the same, but again, it's a neat experience. And if you have the time and you want to do it, just let us know. Seven of 10. In 3, 2, 1, go. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, go. I just got one of the troop members over here. These young troop members tell me this is a lot of work. So appreciate all of y'all that are tuned in and have stayed with it. We tried to cover as much of the downtime as possible. It is a labor of love. I've had a few setbacks, but in the end, we're always proud when these things go off, and just happy to do it. I only got 2 more to go. This is right. What does that make 3? Oh, we're on 9. Yeah, we got 2 more. Got heat 9 right now, and then heat 10 to follow, and then we'll have our pack champion certified. In 3, 2, 1, go. Here we go. This is the one, heat 10 of 10. So y'all count it down with me if you're watching at home. Here we go in 3, 2, 1, go. And there you have it, folks. That has wrapped up our 2021 Pack 331 Pinewood Derby. I want to thank everybody who's come out to help. All the leaders are here. They're behind the scenes. Y'all haven't seen it. You've seen my feet and my flip-flops. And, of course, Johnny at the end. Here he is. And his son Ryan and Pace and Pearson for helping run cars for us. We got Brian Stowers, the Tiger Den leader, Matt Lifsey, and Matt Donahue, who have done with the Wolves and the Tigers last year and this year. And then we have Will Carney, who has helped out, even though his boys are across the street, which is fantastic. And then we have Matt Fink on the IT and audiovisual stuff that has pulled this together and made us look like rock stars. And I think these gentlemen are working on the big reveal. So, Matt, if you want to flip your screen for me. All right, so we are going to release the top 5 finishers, obviously. So starting with number 5. Whoa! All right, well, there's your huge surprise or release. No, it's already up, so it's okay. So you got Beckett, Ben, Ransom, Benji, and our Pack 331 champion for 2021 will be Jackson Bailey. So check out those speeds and times, 216, 214, 212, 210, 206. So it's kind of where everybody was during their den races. Stayed consistent throughout, had some great races. Congratulations to Jackson Bailey, to all of our winners and all of our participants. Everybody's a winner because we entered. That's the important thing. You participated. So we are going to take a break. We are going to continue with our open division, which will be the races that you're, as Johnny's waving his Webelow flag for the champion of the pack out of the Webelow Den. We are going to do what's called the open race. We kind of threw that together last minute. That's for adults to participate, old derby cars, those kind of things. We're going to have that running in the background. So if you see cars racing, that's what that is. Those are just bragging rights for the dads to get their cars in there and what have you. So in the meantime, we will be working with our panel to pick a... We're going to be working on getting the best in show participants shown and picked. So we will be back in a minute. So just bear with us and enjoy the music. All right, so we've decided to go ahead and do the best in show reveal before we start our open run. And Matt Fink, who is helping us out, is going to be our impartial, non-participatory member of the pack.
Yep. So I've been asked to step in, and having no knowledge of what's going on or who these folks are for the most part, I've just picked the ones that I thought were the coolest. So there are a lot of hard options. There are a lot of cool looking cars. You told me to pick 5. I wanted like 7 or 8. So.
Yeah.
That's
There's
not,
a lot of them.
That's not my fault. So if you weren't picked, know that I loved a lot of these and that I don't know what's going on, but I'm just doing my best to be impartial. So I really enjoyed this Mandalorian here. I'm a big fan of Legos.
All right, so that's
a nice silver look.
Beckett Stowers with his Mandalorian design.
And then we have this. I'm a musician, so the guitar, and that's the sleek looking one as well.
Always going to speak to you, so there's Ransom.
And just a really sharp looking car. I really appreciate it. There's a lot of work in that design and a lot of good detail that I thought was pretty cool. And then the Patriotic was always a safe bet.
Always good to go with the Patriotic. So that's Jackson Bailey's Patriotic.
That was a fast one as well. And then a really sleek looking shark. I was really into the shark as well with a nice fin.
John McPherson.
Yeah. And then really a unique looking car. This tank number 45. Just was a lot of fun to see racing. Some of the cars were hard to kind of tell as they're going down the track, but the tank really stood out as it was coming down.
Jonah worked hard on that one, and like I said, he couldn't submit one last year. Had a little bit of issue with a wheel or something that happened, a tragedy as it were, but he did come back strong, and I think that's a really cool design as well.
Yeah. So of these 5, which again there were 7 or 8 I wanted, I really like the tank. I think the tank is my winner.
All right, there you go. There you have it. Impartial. There you go. Shows you creativity and hard work really does pay off. So congratulations, Jonah. You will be this year's award winner for the Best in Show. Congratulations on that, kiddo. So again, we're going to probably just leave this video feed up for a minute and just let these cars run in the open division. You're welcome to stick around and watch. And you may see legs move in different positions and do different things as we start to kind of break things down. But I appreciate everybody's involvement, your participation in Pack 331. Remember, there's always room for new leadership. Some of us will be graduating out of here as our scouts move on, and we need to be replaced. Need fresh ideas, new eyes, thoughts, younger legs. Any of those things are all options. So jump on board and help us out where you can. Thanks so much, and we'll see y'all very, very soon.